Okay, I have loaded all of these zipped files from the Bernina site. So here you can see I have a zipped alphabet. It's just the letter T. I need to unzip that, right click, extract all. I'm just gonna, for now, just do it in the same folder. So I'll just hit extract, and here we go. And I need to do this for each and every one. I've tried clicking all of them, selecting them all at once, but it will not work. So I'm just right clicking with my, and then hitting enter. And it's going to take a few minutes. So I'm going to do this, and I will be right back. Okay, so they're all unzipped. You can see them here. I'm just going to check that I have all of them, which I do. And then I'm going to minimize this, the library, my garden alphabet. You can see that showing all of them. I want to make sure that up here I have Art 90, which is the newest Bernina file, so that they're fully editable, grade A's. And then here I'm going to do something. I know that the uppercase names are this almost the same except for the word klein, which means lowercase in German, I believe. So if I do that, what I'm going to get is only lowercase letters. I'm going to go down here and open this up again, and I'm going to add a folder. And there you are. We'll rename that lowercase. While I'm here, I will also do a folder called uppercase. Okay. And garden. And this one's going to end up at the bottom because it starts with U, I believe. The bottom of the unzipped files. And we're just going to name it garden so it shows up at the top of our file list. So just make it a little bit easier to find. Okay, and we will now minimize that. Come back to here. Here's my garden, lowercase, garden, uppercase. Now I'm going to do Control A, select them all. I am going to copy them and bring them over to my lowercase and paste. Okay, now we're just going to check to make sure that they are indeed in that folder. So if I double click on uppercase, it's nothing. If I double click on the lowercase, here they all are. Now can I actually, I'm going to temporarily move this into this Bernina folder to get them out of there. Okay. The reason I'm doing this is I'm going to go back to this one, open it up, and when I take the word Klein out, you will see I have both the uppercase and lowercase again. I'm going to put that back, and here's the reason I'm doing this. I'm going to do Control A, and I'm going to delete them because I don't actually have a better way to search for something without the word Klein in it. Maybe there is one. I'd like to know it. If I figure it out, I'll let you know. All selected, and I hit delete, and it's not doing anything. So we're going to come right click, hit delete that way. There they go. Okay. Now we take that out, and we're still looking for only the Bernina Art 90s. Let me show you something. If I just go with, should be in all embroidery files, right? In these files, look at how many different A's there are. There's a lot. So you want to make sure that you're just choosing the one you want so that you can have one single file to do the letter mapping. So we're just going to choose the Art 90. Here it is. I've already gotten rid of all of the lowercase letters, which does mean that they are not existent in these other files. So I'm not huge about that. I'd rather find a way to just do the search so that they only showed the letters I wanted and I could copy them. So if anybody knows that, love to hear it. Anyways, Control A, and I'm going to copy, and I'm going to go to this one, and I'm going to paste. I did something funny here. This wasn't... Oh, well, I don't even know if Control-Z will work here. That's what I get for trying to do this. I must have double pasted it. Okay, so I can see they're already... I'm just going to delete. I double pasted that. Well, mistakes happen. Why is it not working? Okay, we're back down to 1. Okay, because we need to go to uppercase. And they are there, so I'm quite pleased with that. I'll come back into, I'm going to close that folder. It does sometimes get me, like you saw, I copy pasted the alphabet twice because I thought it hadn't done it and I was just impatient. So just give it a minute. There's a lot of information for it to change over. There's my lowercase and there's my uppercase. So here you can now click over here on your keyboard design, and the first thing you're going to do is select the letter M, then hit new. You can use the selection, and we're going to call this, Garden Alphabet Bernina, and we're just going to hit OK. Okay, then we're going to go up here. We're going to start with the letter A, hit the Shift button, go to the letter Z, and we're going to hit over here. This is our uppercase mapping tool, and this is going to take a minute as well. There we go. Now we know our ABCs. So I have not figured this out. No, I'm using Art90 files. Still being told they're not grade A or B files. And if anybody would comment and tell me why I believe I'm using the right file, if there's another file in these that I can use that would work better, let me know. I did post a comment on the Bernina site regarding this. Maybe they'll let me know. If so, I'll update this. Okay, now we're going to go to the lowercase, and we're going to do the same, and Shift and Z, and now we're going to choose the A to Z lowercase button over here for mapping, and here it goes. It is my belief that you do have to make sure you have them in order and that you've sorted the file, and otherwise, if you had other letters out of order, or if you had the doubles, the uppercase and lowercase in the same folder, mess up your mapping. For instance, if you had big A and then little a, it would think that the big A was A and that the little a was your capital B, for instance. So you just got to do these steps first to sort your folders. Anyways, now I have, voila, all of my letters over here. So I hope that is going to help somebody else. Okay, so this is the website that I was using. You can see you could put in keyboard design collections, map lettering collections. It has the links to the font that they also suggest using the Daisy font in this particular tutorial. If you scroll to the bottom to comments, here you go. She gives you the link, and you can look for the garden font as well as the Daisy font. And there's also at the beginning of this article a cooking font. There's a link right here for the cooking font. So you can get those from there. So bringing you back to Bernina, Designer Plus software, you can head back over to the embroidery canvas now that we've got those mapped, and check to see if they showed up. All right, so we've just come back into the Bernina canvas from the keyboard from over the Bernina library. We're going to head to lettering, and we're just going to double click here, right click. Okay, hello is actually a great thing to have there, so we'll just write hello. When you scroll through your list, I do want to say this. First, going to have all of these Bernina fonts that were already installed. Then you'll have any of the mapped fonts that you've put in. For instance, I also have the cooking alphabet from the Bernina site. These must be ones that they added in, the damask and etched. I did not do those. And then these are my true type fonts. So that means that these are fonts that are installed on my computer, and I can use them when I come over to Bernina. I will say that when you use these, make sure that you go through and do the stitch player and look at how they're going to stitch out and see if there's anything you're going to need to change. Generally, there's 1 or 2 letters where I need to change it. It's a letter like E and I'm using it multiple times. I'll change one of them, make it stitch out the way I want, and then I'll copy paste it into the other place. I suppose another way to do this would be to start a file. If there's a font you really like, what I would do is once I've edited letters for that file, say I write the word hello, I've got H, E, L, and O. If I've edited those letters, I'm going to put them into a file for the Gothic font, for instance. Say, okay, I've got this font, and I will just kind of stick them over there so that eventually we'll build up my alphabet and can map the whole alphabet with letters that have been looked over, like I said, because when you use your true type fonts, you'll find that they don't always stitch perfectly. You need to just tweak them a little bit and change a few things. At any rate, here we go. This is, I'm just going to hit apply and then OK, and you'll see there's nothing there. So just click on your loop there and it will show up, and from here I can move it around and I can resize it. So it's a pretty awesome thing